Fox News just ran this huge story about Mexican nationals transporting 180,000 rounds of ammunition. They were caught on the highway between Utah and Colorado, and this is a big deal, but maybe not for the reasons that Fox makes you want to think. I'm going to break down this story really quickly, and we're going to talk about how insane what's going on right here, well, how insane it actually is. Here's just the facts of the case. There are two Mexican men. We have a Cesar Ramon Martinez and an Amador Garvia. They were driving down the highway in a white Chevrolet van, and they had their high beams on, and when the cop came around to pull them over for the egregious offense of having high beams, he also noticed the light on their tail light happened to be out. So the cop pulls them over and opens up the van and sees, well, they're carrying a lot of ammunition. They're carrying these boxes of ammunition. These are .308 and 7.62. I believe these are rifle rounds. So these guys say, hey, yeah, we have all these rifle rounds in our car, and we're going to Pueblo to drop them off. And the cops arrest them, and then this becomes just the hugest story on Fox News. Because we all know what two brown people from Mexico might be doing with those rounds of ammunition. These people are definitely cartel, right? Well, I mean, I don't know. This is where it gets really, really sticky. So they were arrested and taken to jail. Now the Colorado Bureau of Investigation is looking into them as being cartel members. Are they transporting this ammo to Mexico in order to fuel the drug war? I mean, the crime that they were actually arrested for was being foreign nationals carrying ammunition, which actually is technically against the law. This was a law introduced in 2024 under Biden, ostensibly to cut down on cartels, but it raises some really, really crazy questions about, well, what they're actually doing. Because, you know, the cartels have access to American citizens if they want them. Is this just moral outrage targeting brown people? Because as a white person, as somebody born in America who has maybe a malfunctioning headlight, I am not going to be the immediate target for a search and seizure. In addition, I have the complete and total legal right to transport as much ammunition as I want. There are no laws anywhere saying how much ammo you can own or even transport across the border between two states where it's legal. In Utah and Colorado, it's legal in both states to have ammunition in any amount. And you know, 180,000 rounds, that sounds like a ton, but I want to point this out. This is 1,000 rounds of 9mm target ammunition for a pistol that I own. And I bought it completely legal over the internet, and it cost me about $200, and they delivered it right to my door. No questions asked whatsoever. The only thing that seems to matter is actually the fact that these people were Mexican. They were brown, and they were transporting ammunition. But to make the leap that these people are in the cartel, and I'm not saying they weren't, that would need to be determined with a court process, but to create this amazing fear over it completely overlooks the fact that basically any American can have as much ammunition as they want. And in fact, the Second Amendment protects that right that we all have. And Fox News is creating this moral hysteria around the actual amount of ammunition, and yet they oppose gun control measures at every single step. They don't object when neo-Nazis or militia groups amass enormous arsenals of both firearms and ammunition. That's completely okay with them. However, when a brown person gets this ammunition and they are Mexican, therefore they have to be cartel, that is a complete denial of the principle in law that you are innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not saying these guys aren't guilty. They could well be taking this over the border to fuel the Mexican drug war, which is horribly violent. But if you want to stop the spread of killing by firearms, then you should be going after the gun dealers and the gun manufacturers, because anyone can just buy this stuff literally online with no trouble whatsoever. So Fox News is trying to create the moral hysteria around gun ownership simply because these people are Mexican. Tell me what you think about this issue down in the comments. From Pokebear LLC in Denver, Colorado, this was my back channel.